So at some point, just as one on the path of knowledge must let go of the object of their attention and allow attention to sink back into its source, pure awareness, so one on the path of devotion must let go of the beloved and allow devotion to sink back into its source of love. So just be sensitive if you're attached to your fierce love of truth. It's beautiful. It's as a result of your fierce love of truth, you've ceased investing your happiness in the content of your experience. But at some stage, you have to let go of your fierce desire for truth and let that desire sink back, relax back.
Yeah, I felt I was more on the path of suffering, and that suffering has been stolen from me, and somehow I was on the path of the longing and beloved, but it felt more like some energies just were coming through me. It wasn't really a path; it's just like some gift that were just coming through me, and then they subsided.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm curious what would be next.
What if there wasn't a next? How would it be for there not to be a next, a what next? How would it be to live your life without any sense of what next?
To have a deep knowing where you're moving from, because you can...
No, just to be without that sense of what next always takes us away from ourselves towards what's next. And what's next must be an object. What if you were to live without the sense of what next? What if this experience was what's next?
It's like death.
Exactly. It would be like death. That's why most people live in a state of what's next. Because the only place the ego cannot stand is with the current experience. The ego thrives on what's next. The what's next keeps the ego alive. And to let go of what next, you're absolutely spot on. It's death to the ego.
But is there some true life under that death?
Find out. Test it out. See what it's like. For the rest of this retreat, unless you require time for practical purposes, like dinner's in 4 minutes, unless you require time for practical purposes, live as if time doesn't exist. So all that you need to do is remove memory, psychological memory, not practical memory. It's fine to remember where the dining room is, but only use memory for practical purposes. So no psychological or emotional memory. If you don't have any memory, it not only removes the past, it removes the future, because it's only possible to imagine the future if we refer to the past. So just remove memory. Unless you need time for practical purposes, live as if there were no time. Try it till the end of the retreat. If you like it, if you discover that there is life there, then stay with it. If you don't, you can always go back.
And did you have to struggle for enlightenment with your teacher?
Would you ask that question if time didn't exist? What is that to you?
Mind curiosity.
Well, what do you want most? Do you want me to answer that question, or do you want happiness and peace most?
Depth.
Right?
Depth.
That wasn't on offer. It's either I answer your question or peace and happiness. Which do you want most?
I don't know.
Okay, so the answer to your question is no. Now, start living as if there was no time, at least psychologically.